Hey, Amelia. I believe your family runs a small-town factory, right? Yes, they do, but why? Oh, well, you grew up in such a place. Well, it's very different from ours. What do you mean? Well, we are a family of top-class company executives. We live in a completely different world from ordinary people like you. I know that, but please don't look down on my family. To look down on them is an exaggeration. I'm simply stating the fact. Wendy, it's rude to talk like that. Well, for the people who work in that small factory, I guess it sounds rude. But isn't it important to face the reality? Is it really that different? Yes, of course. For example, compare your family's income with ours. It's a huge difference. What does that matter? It affects everything. Quality of life, education, friendships, everything is different. It's crazy to judge people on such basis. Crazy? You just don't know anything. You don't know the common sense of the upper-class society. Common sense of upper-class society? Yes. For example, manners at parties, etiquette, content of conversation. It's all different. Ordinary people like you wouldn't understand. That is not true. Every person should be respected. That's idealism. But the reality is different. When upper-class people and ordinary people are together, we can't help but see the disparity. But that doesn't mean it is wrong to look down on them. That's your opinion, right? I'm just stating the fact. That is just ridiculous. No matter what your background is, the value of an individual does not change. But the reality is that family background and income determine that person's reputation, okay? That's how society works. It is not. Hard work and humanity is what matters. Well, I understand that you would like to think so, but the reality is harsh. I don't understand it, and I don't intend to accept it. That's troubling, but you can't change the reality. Still, I will not change my beliefs. The most important thing is to take care of your family. That attitude of yours is going to cause problems sooner or later. Still, I will follow the path I believe in. Amelia, do you really think this is acceptable? How dare you ignore my words? Did you forget what you promised? I told you to come pick me up because I'm meeting my friends. Didn't I tell you that? Come here right now. Good morning, Wendy. I'm on a train right now, so that's not possible. Huh? You're my daughter-in-law, and I'm saying it's not right for you to go back to your parents' house to begin with. You can get off at any station and come back from there. I think I told you that I was going home for 5 days for my brother's wedding. I heard, but I don't remember allowing it. So get the hell out of there and come back. Please, don't be reckless. I feel sorry for the bride's relatives that his sister won't be at her own brother's wedding. That's not the point. You are too unaware of what it means to be a wife. You are going to need more discipline than ever before, you know that? Are you saying that I shouldn't attend my own brother's wedding or go home to my own family? Of course! It is natural for a wife to break off the relationship with her parents' family after marriage, especially with a poor family. What about you? You're still very attached to your own sister. I hear that she goes back to her parents' house in the next town all year round. What? Would that be okay? Don't worry about that. I see. Then that means I can go back to my parents' house too. Huh? It's time for me to get off the train, so if you'll excuse me. Wait a minute, Amelia. You who grew up in a poor family, look at the reality that you were allowed to marry into a family of a company owner like ours. Such a rebellious attitude is a sign of where you are coming from. If you continue to rebel like this, there is no place for you. No place for me? Are you really saying that? Yes, I do. Depending on your attitude, our response will also change. Is that a threat? A threat? This is real life. If you don't understand your position, we will make you understand. If you want me to understand my position, you should first reflect on your own behavior. I beg your pardon? What am I supposed to reflect on? What you're doing is just bullying. You're just trying to use my position as a wife to control me. That's not true. I am only trying to put you on the right path. I don't believe that is the right path. I have my own ideas and I act accordingly. I am telling you that is wrong. You are too naive. Society is not that naive. I will be the judge of whether it is naive or not. You have no right to tell me what to do. That's just what you think, but the reality is harsh. Until you understand that, I will continue to teach you. That's enough. I don't want to hear any more. I will live my life. You'll regret that attitude later. It's not too late. Come back. No, I won't. I've already made up my mind. Hey, Amelia. I just got back from work. Hey, Ken. I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused you during the busy season. What are you talking about? It's your brother's wedding, so I have to go to his wedding, so don't worry about it. I'm glad to hear you say so. But anyway, it looks like Mom has been reckless again. When I got back from my business trip and was taking out my formal wear, Mom started ranting and raving about you. I just left the house saying I was in a hurry, but I don't like it when she says things like that. I'm really sorry. I'd like to move out of that house like right now, but I need to work out the timing with my dad. I'll be fine. I've heard about the plan and I can go against your mother no problem. Just a little more. Sorry. Don't worry, I'm really okay. Where are you now? I'm with my dad at the station gate and getting ready to get on the train. We're going to take the express train together as planned. Okay, have a nice trip. Thank you. I'm worried about you, so let me know right away if anything happens. Yeah, okay. And be careful with my mom. Okay, thanks. Just take it easy. Hi, Wendy. A very strange thing is happening right now. Oh, Amelia. What kind of strange thing? I thought maybe you should know. Me? What? Don't be shy. Tell me what's going on. Actually, a lot of my stuff arrived at my parents' house. These are most of the things that were at your house, right? Oh, they arrived? I sent all your stuff to your parents' house. Oh, yeah. I sent it there with cash on delivery. There was a surprisingly large amount of stuff, and it was so hard to pack. What on earth does this mean? Because you ignored my order and went back to your parents' house, that means you don't intend to come back, right? So I kindly packed and shipped them to your parents' house. Oh, thanks for that. Please, go ahead and get a divorce. If you have no intention of coming back, that means you don't want to stay married to my son. If you want, I can prepare divorce papers and send them to you with his signature on them. No, that won't be necessary. Oh dear. If you are reluctant to get a divorce now, we will not let you enter our house. After all, you went back to your parents' house without asking me. Do you understand? So don't come back here again. But still, are you satisfied doing this? Satisfied? Of course I am. Now that you are gone, our house will be at peace. That's just your opinion. Did you listen to your family's opinion? Family's opinion? I am doing what is best for my family. Your presence is just an obstacle to that. With that kind of self-righteous thinking, no one will be happy. It is important to respect everyone's opinion. Respect opinions? You just want to defend yourself, don't you? No, I'm not. I'm just looking for a way to make everyone happy. You're stupid. Stop nagging and just get out of my family. Yes, as you wish. Great. That's the only thing you'll listen to me. Yes, that's the only thing what I seem to agree with you. Thank you for sending the package. I won't be responsible for any problems that may arise later, though. What? Ken is going to text you after this. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait, Amelia. I guess I was so naive to allow you to be so selfish. I won't show no mercy this time. My selfishness? I am only working to take care of my family. Your family? Your family is just us when you married Kim. I don't care about your own family anymore. I do care about my family. I will not abandon my family no matter what. I wonder how long you can keep up with that attitude. Yes, watch me. I will not change. I will not give in to your orders. Don't be so stubborn now. I'm not going to help you even if you cry later. Mom, are you looking at this text? Oh, Ken, just in time. I wanted to talk to you too. It's about Amelia. Will you listen to me? Why did you do this? Huh? Right now, we're all confused over here because there are packages with Amelia's belongings. She just texted you to ask you why you did this, right? And you told her you want me to divorce her? What? That text? Did you see it? Yeah, I saw it. I saw it perfectly. I was standing next to Amelia, with my father too. Your father? Oh, your father's there too? Why? What's going on? Your father and you are supposed to be at a wedding of a business partner's president today. The president of the business partner is Amelia's brother. What? Wait, that means her brother's wedding is the same wedding as your business partner's president's wedding? What? You thought there were two different weddings on the same day? Well, yeah. I told you about her brother when you and her parents first met. Don't you remember? Oh, yeah? Speaking of that, I heard that you look down on Amelia's family as a poor family. I had no idea that you have completely forgotten about her brother. I'm beyond angry. I'm appalled. Your father? My father? He is in the middle of apologizing to Amelia's family. What? Isn't it obvious? They just found out that you were ranting and raving about her family at the wedding. He has to apologize to everyone. I didn't know about it, so it can't be helped. Even if you didn't know, you can't bully my wife. I wasn't bullying her, but I was educating her. Stop. But, well, the result is the same. The result? Well, the schedule has been pushed back a bit due to the fact that you sent her stuff over here. But if you're willing to do that, we'll just have to proceed with our plan. What are you talking about? My dad is going to take the first train back tomorrow morning and explain everything. Well then, I'll be going now. Wait a minute, Ken. Listen to me. There's nothing more to talk about. I am appalled by your behavior. Oh no! I was desperate to protect my family. Desperate? That's why I can't allow you to do this. You don't know what I'm going through. I don't have to understand. Don't hurt my family any more than you already have. I'm not trying to hurt you. I was just trying to protect my family. If that's what you think, that's fine. But I won't forgive you. Ken! Emilia, I have happy news. Happy news? Yes, I think it's the best for you. Huh? What kind of news? You can come home. What? Also, I need your brother's contact information. Why? I need to tell your brother that I'm not bullying you or anything. That's why you need to come back here right now and give me your brother's contact information. You know what? Come on, hurry up. I'm not your daughter-in-law anymore. Huh? Ken is taking my last name now. What? What are you talking about? Besides, your husband told you he's getting divorced, right? How do you know that? Well, I heard about it beforehand. Huh? You did? He said, I've been fed up with that mean-spirited woman for a long time, and I can't believe she even started bullying Emilia. We can't just leave it at that, both in business and as relatives. And then he said, I'm sorry, but I've come to the conclusion that we are going to get a divorce. I can't believe it! What on earth is going on? We have been married for many years and suddenly he asks for a divorce? My only son is taken away by you and now insists on taking your family name? Why are they doing this all of a sudden? It's because your husband and Ken plan to do this. Huh? They said that if one of them would settle first, it's obvious that you will come to the other one for help. In order not to create that situation, they decided to have both of them take action at the same time. What is that? That's terrible! I can't believe that's the first word I hear after bullying me all this time. I think that's worse in many ways. Anyway, I need your brother's contact information as soon as possible. From your husband and Ken, they have told me that I don't have to listen to anything you have to say. This is an order from your husband's mother. Are you not aware that you are on the verge of having that position taken away from you? I am not going to listen to you, and I'm not foolish enough to hand over my brother's personal information. How did this happen? You brought this on your own. But I just wanted to protect my family. That was the wrong way to do it. If you wanted to protect your family, there must have been a different way. Oh no! How could I let this happen? Well, if you will excuse me. Emilia, you can't end this on your own. We haven't finished our conversation. Is that so? In my opinion, everything is over and I have nothing more to say to you. Can you please help me? Huh? I don't want to lose my husband and my son. I'll accept you too, so please, let's be friends. Let's make great memories together from now on as a new family. Huh? Who do you think you are telling me all that crap? How could you say such a thing after all this time? Please, can you convince my husband and Ken? Please, Emilia, I need your help. You disrespected my family. I can't forgive you. Oh no, I am so sorry. For the sake of my family, please help me. Family? I am no longer your family. It's too late to be sorry. Emilia, please. It's none of my business anymore. You can solve your own problem. Please, Emilia, I'll be all alone. Please help me. Goodbye, Wendy. After that, Wendy was completely abandoned by her husband, and her share of the property was kept to a minimum. As a result of her continuous disrespect for her family, she found herself isolated. She had nowhere to turn. She's now living quietly with a friend who lives far away. We heard that they have no money, so they desperately help each other with farm work nearby to earn a few dollars a day. Her miserable life became the greatest sanction for her actions. I cherish the time I spend with Ken. Our mutual respect for each other has made our days much happier than before. My father-in-law lives nearby, and we see each other regularly. I will try to live our life to the fullest.
Let me ask you something, Chloe. You have an extra room in your house, don't you?
Why are you asking that all of a sudden, Ambrosia?
I have the right to ask you whatever I want to know, so just listen to me. I'm asking whether you have an extra room in your house.
Well, I don't know if you can call it an extra room, but there's a room we don't use. But right now, it's for Patrick's hobbies.
Hobbies? He's still doing childish things, isn't he? Oh my God.
It doesn't matter at all. Guitar is the only thing Patrick enjoys. I think it's a much nicer hobby than gambling. I love to listen when he's playing guitar.
Guitar is a child's musical instrument, right? If he's an adult man, he should at least learn to gamble. You're the one who prevented him from doing that, aren't you? You do a lot of unnecessary things.
I didn't interfere in any way. Patrick is a reserved and smart man. I'd rather leave him alone with his hobbies.
He can't stop playing childish games because you're working outside the house. Do something about it.
I told Patrick that I don't want to be a housewife anyway, and he said that he's fine with that.
You haven't been able to satisfy him at night either, have you?
I don't think so. I'm trying my best.
When I was young, I didn't let my husband sleep every night. You have to work that hard.
I'm sorry to tell you, but I don't want to imagine too much about what you did in the past.
Patrick was born because me and my husband were working hard all night. That's the fact.
That's true, but that's why I don't want to imagine about the details. I think it's a little vulgar for you to say that to me.
Vulgar? You need to be educated. It's a very important task for a wife.
I'm already educated.
It's an important education. I'll be there next week.
What are you going to do? You don't have to come all the way here just to teach me that.
What are you talking about? I told you that it's for your education. Clean up the extra room you have.
Geez, you can't just say that out of the blue.
I'm saying that I'll move in with you and Patrick.
No kidding. Are you suffering from dementia? But you're only 61 years old.
I'm not suffering from dementia. Don't be rude. Starting next week, I'll be living with you guys.
I didn't hear anything about that. Did you tell Patrick?
I bet that boy will be so happy because he can live with his mother. It's been a long time since the last time we lived together.
I knew it. You didn't tell Patrick, did you?
I don't have to tell him. It's natural for children to take care of their parents.
In the first place, you are currently living with Patrick's elder brother, right? Why don't you just stay there?
That's right. But everything has to be equal. That's why I'm going over there.
My apartment is for a 2-person household. You can't live with us since it'll be cramped.
But you have an extra room, right?
It's Patrick's hobby room. There's no other room we can put you in.
Then why don't you just throw his stuff away? I'm more important than his stuff, right?
I can't do that. They're all very important to him.
He doesn't need those toys. Maybe I can teach him how to play with the slot machine. He has to do something that other adult men often do.
Please don't teach him anything weird.
It's been decided then. I'm gonna live together with both of you.
It's not decided yet.
I'm only moving with you because you're a bad wife who needs to be educated. You should thank me for that. No one asked you to educate me. I said I'd put up with your cramped apartment, so what's your problem? You're being selfish. I'm dissatisfied with everything. It's unreasonable. It's already decided. I'm going over there next week. Anyway, I'll talk it over with Patrick tonight. I talked it over with Patrick yesterday. He was happy, wasn't he? Of course he's happy to live with his mother. He said it's impossible to have you live here. How could he say that? Besides, you kicked him out of your house, didn't you? You told him to get out since your eldest son and his wife were moving in. That's terrible. I wonder why you are expecting Patrick to let you live with us after what you did to him. I didn't remember anything about kicking Patrick out of my house. He's always been treated coldly because he's the second son, and he felt unwanted most of the time. I heard about this before we got married, so there's no way that he wants to live with you, Ambrosia. That's why I'm going to stay with him from now on. This is my way of atonement. I'm trying to tell you honestly that he doesn't want to be involved with you. If you care about Patrick, just leave him alone. Hey, wait a minute. You're the one who persuaded him to say that, right? Just because you don't want to live with me? To be honest, I don't want to live together with you. I knew it. You definitely have persuaded him to refuse my offer of staying with both of you. Patrick doesn't like it more than I do. Enough with the lies! If you think I'm lying, why don't you ask him directly? I've been texting him, but I don't know why he hasn't even read my messages. Maybe he's busy with work? Oh, I think he blocked your number. What? How dare he block his own mother? I'm very sorry, but that's how much he hates you. You are behind all of this, aren't you? Brainwashing my son who was so kind to you? I can't forgive you. You're a really bad wife. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't even persuade Patrick. I can't believe you don't even have any gratitude for your parents. I'm going to educate both of you at this point. Speaking of education, I heard that you didn't pay for his tuition fee just because he's the second son. While his elder brother went to a private high school and then a private university, Patrick went to a regular high school while working part-time job and graduated from university with scholarship. I admire how tough he was that he could manage all of that. But I wonder why he should be thankful to you. You didn't even give him enough support. I forgot that long time ago. He's such a horrible person to hold on to a grudge like that forever. I don't care about that. Hurry up and let me live together with you both. I don't care what you think, but you're not moving in with us. It's been decided. I've already packed my stuff. It'll be delivered there the day after tomorrow. What? You already sent it? I told you not to decide on your own, didn't I? Please pick up my stuff. I'll be there next week. Don't forget to clean up the extra room. Wait, Ambrosia. Listen to me, please. I'm not listening to you. You and Patrick are the ones who must listen to me. Wait and see. I'm going to educate you both properly. Chloe, I'm here for you. Hurry up and unlock the door. I put the key in the mailbox. Please take them yourself. Oh, are you out? Shopping? Are you planning to hold a welcome party for me? Of course not. You can have your own party or whatever you want. What? Why don't you have any luggage here? You have your own luggage, right? Well, yes, but how can I live in an empty room? You told me to clean up, didn't you? I did as you told me. You did it too much. Are you trying to bully me? Just come back home right away. We won't do that. I can't talk to you anymore. When is Patrick coming home? I'll talk to him. Patrick won't come home either. That's impossible. You can't just lie to me like that. I won't allow you to do so. Patrick and I are both at home. But none of you are here. I'm at your house right now. We'll give you that house. Huh? Oh, I accidentally forgot to tell you that we've moved out. I'm sorry for being a bad wife who doesn't even care to inform you about that in advance. Are you trying to scare me? If you really moved out, why are the keys here? There's no way you'd leave the keys behind. It's like asking a burglar to come in. You're supposed to return the key when you move out, right? Don't be silly. Come back home right away. The contract is until next month. If you're going to live there from now on, you need to sign a new contract. I'm counting on you, Ambrosia. Are you serious? Don't tell me that you really moved out. I'm telling you the truth. We've built our dream home. We were supposed to move in next month, but we changed the schedule because you are coming. Wow! What a surprise! You built a duplex for me? That's very sweet of you. So, where's your new house? I'll be right there. Huh? What are you talking about? I'm not going to tell you that. It's our new place, right? You moved in early because I'm coming, didn't you? You must have misunderstood something. We moved here to cut ties with you. What did you say? We want to cut ties with you, Ambrosia. You think you can do that? I won't allow it. It's an easy thing to do for us. We will live happily as before as a married couple. I'm in trouble! Why are you in trouble? You were kicked out from your house, weren't you? That's not true. Why would I be kicked out? Don't say random things. You were always bullying your eldest son's wife, weren't you? Then he and your husband found out about that. There's no such thing as bullying. That was an education for my eldest son's wife. I did what I was supposed to do. Education? That was a close call. I could have been bullied by you too. You don't seem to understand the difference between education and sniveling. That is a lie. It's not my fault. Besides, your eldest son's wife also found out that you were making debts from the casino, didn't she? I'm glad you didn't teach Patrick to gamble. If he'd created debts, we'd have gone bankrupt. It's just a way for housewives to relax. Gambling is an exaggeration. You went into a debt that ate up all of your retirement savings just for a little relaxation? Isn't that too much? I don't need to save for retirement. It's the duty of children to take care of their parents at that time. That's the way it's always been. Do you have any children who will take care of you? Of course, it's Patrick and you. You can't be serious. I'm a stranger, and Patrick said that he's cutting ties with you. What? Don't say that. What should I do for my retirement then? That's none of my business. Anyway, I'll block your number from now on. Goodbye. Hold it right there. I have nowhere to go. If you move in with me, I'll take care of all the housework. You're all I have left. If you can't live with me, at least send me some money. Please, help me. Chloe, read my messages. After that, my mother-in-law went back to her family house and apologized desperately. She managed to get my father-in-law and brother-in-law to forgive her. I really admire how generous my father-in-law and brother-in-law are. I thought that the matter had been settled, but within a few months, the bad bug was stirring again. Ambrosia started bullying her eldest son's wife again under the guise of education. Soon after, my father-in-law and brother-in-law found out about that, and this time, they decided to cut ties with her. My mother-in-law is a real hard learner. After that, she came to my parents' house and started screaming at them to tell her where we were, and she ended up in police custody. I guess people who can't help themselves will never change, even when they are in a difficult situation. On the other hand, Patrick and I are living happily in our newly built house. Welcome, Estella. Thank you for coming over today. I never thought that you'd cook for me. I'm so happy. Thank you for inviting me too. I love to eat and I love to cook too. It was a pleasure to cook for you. Glad to hear that. I know that you've never seen such high-quality ingredients before, because you are poor. I beg your pardon? Have you seen my kitchen? Isn't it amazing? I have all the latest cooking utensils. Of course, it's not just the utensils, but the refrigerator is full of high-quality ingredients. I have confidence in my storage skills, so it looks really beautiful, doesn't it? I think it's great. It was indeed very tidy. After all, being poor doesn't give you much high-quality ingredients, so your kitchen tends to be messy, doesn't it? And since you're working for minimum wage, you probably don't have much time to cook anyway. I feel sorry for you. You're right. I'm too busy to use the kitchen every day. I know it's difficult to manage your time for cooking when you're struggling to make ends meet and need to work multiple jobs. I have a husband and we're a wealthy family, so I have no idea about how poor people live their life. I'm sorry. No worries. Anyway, why don't we eat the food before it gets cold? Scott and Kelly are probably hungry too. That's right. By the way, I just took a quick look at your dish. I wonder if you've measured the amount of salt you put in it. I'm a little worried. Measure the amount of salt? How much salt did you use? Also, what about the amount of sugar? It's important to measure those. Well, of course I didn't use a lot. I'm sorry, but I didn't measure all of them. What if you endanger the health of my husband and daughter by doing so? That's outrageous. Anyway, it was wrong of me to ask you about that. But when I asked you for a measuring spoon, you said you didn't want to let a stranger touch it, so I couldn't measure the ingredients. Oh, I see. Seems like you always make excuses. Your excuses make the food tasteless. For now, get rid of all these dishes. Do you understand? What do you mean by getting rid of them? I put a lot of hard work in making those. I can't eat those dishes since I don't know what's in it. Oh no, my family is starving. We have to start all over again. Give me a break. I did my best to balance the nutritional content of the food. I'm confident in my cooking skills because I've studied a lot. Don't make me laugh. Poor people like you can't think about nutritional balance, can they? You just put salt in your food without even thinking about the amount. Please don't say that. I did my best in cooking today's dishes. Anyway, just throw it away, okay? I think we'll have to eat out in a hurry today. I'll prepare the car, so just follow me from behind. Got that? Can I come too? You are our guest today. There's no way that me and my family will just abandon you. Anyway, let's have a proper conversation at the restaurant later. Okay. What do you think? Isn't this place amazing? I know you've never had the pleasure of eating at a high-class steak restaurant. You don't get to eat there very often, do you? Yes, but I know this restaurant. It's reputed to be delicious, right? Ah, yes. You just saw it on the internet or TV, didn't you? After all, it's a famous restaurant that celebrities go to. Actually, it's owned by a friend of mine. Thanks to my generous financial support that the restaurant was built. You should be grateful just to be able to enter such a high-class restaurant. I didn't know about that. That's amazing. You can't imagine what it's like for you. So let's get inside, shall we? Make sure you take care of your son properly so he doesn't go wild inside, okay? My son won't go wild inside. He's not a 5-year-old little boy, so he'll be fine. Don't worry about that. I'm worried about his education because you were raised by a single parent. As for my daughter, Kelly, she was raised by my husband, who is the president of a well-known company, and me, who is a successful career woman. I wonder if you're educating your son properly. Oh, I see. How can you call yourself a successful career woman? If I were you, I would be so embarrassed to mention that. It's not that you're embarrassed. It's just because you don't have any chance to say things like that. A successful person like me doesn't hold back every time. I can say what I think without hesitation. When you are a successful person, you just have to be proud in everything you do. Anyway, why don't we just go inside the restaurant instead of waiting inside the car? You're right. Let's go then. By the way, Delaney, why am I the only person who eats potatoes? Huh? Because that's enough for poor people, right? Even potatoes are a fine cuisine. How much longer are you going to bully me? We're not junior high school students, so let's communicate properly as adults. I can't even have a proper conversation with you. You're a poor woman. Why are you preaching like a big shot? Are you trying to fight me back? You make me laugh. You poor people should be thankful that we rich people are making a living for you. I see. By the way, where are you now? I'm outside, smoking right now. What's wrong? I think you are not allowed to smoke here. That's against good manners. I'm an investor, so I can at least smoke. I have a feeling that's not allowed here. You're desperately looking for something to put you on top of me, even if it's just a little bit, aren't you? No, I have no intention to do that. What's wrong? You've been acting like a tough woman, haven't you? Let's have some fun, shall we? How could you say that? You're the one who's ruining the conversation. It's a happy day. Let's have a fine steak. Oh, and for you, a poor single parent, just fries will suffice. They're very tasty.
Give me a break, will you?
What are you talking about?
What do you think you're doing? I thought it was strange because Estella's dish was only fries, but it seems you ordered it that way. What are you thinking?
Why are you mad at me? We're just joking with each other. You don't need to order a fine steak for poor people.
I don't care how you think about it, but you are bullying Estella.
I'm sorry, but why are you so angry? We're in a better position than her anyway. Why should we care about her?
A better position? Are you insane?
Because we're richer than Estella. Rich people like us are supporting the lives of the poor. She should thank us for that.
I'm so stunned I can't even speak. You've done a terrible thing. That way of thinking itself is problematic. But if we're talking about positions, Estella is on top, no matter how you look at it.
What? Why?
You don't know about that. Estella is going to provide financial support to our company.
Really? I didn't know that. Besides, how can a poor person do such a thing? Stop kidding me.
You're the one who's kidding. I told you about that before, but you just didn't listen. It's inappropriate for you to bully Estella in the first place, regardless of your position. Do you have any common sense, Delaney?
Financial support? Are you serious?
Estella is a top-level executive officer in the restaurant industry, just like me. She's known as a very successful businesswoman and owns many popular restaurants.
That can't be true. I can't believe that.
Estella's pizza restaurant and my company were working on a joint project. That alone is an honor. But she's even funding it, so I can't help but be flattered. But you did such a terrible thing to her. You've ruined everything.
You should have told me more details about that. I've heard about it, but I didn't know it was her. Anyway, I'll order more.
I've ordered the steak for her. You don't have to come back. Just go home, okay?
What? Why? That's terrible.
Stop joking around. You have hurt Estella's feelings. For you to show up here won't solve anything. Don't provoke her any further. The future of my company is at stake. Just go home.
Okay, I got it. But how am I supposed to get home alone? I can't drive.
Take a bus, a cab, anything to get home. I can't believe that you can't do anything by yourself.
Understood.
Estella, I'm really sorry this time. I didn't know that Delaney did that behind my back. I can't apologize enough.
No, it's okay. I've already calmed down. I just want to think about things.
What do you mean by that?
About the marriage, work, and so on.
Oh no, wait a minute. I will take full responsibility for what Delaney did to you. So please consider about the joint project.
But my son is adamantly against it, because originally he was going to take the lead on this project. I'm only in the position of an investor. My son, Tom, is the one who is in charge of that pizza store as well. I would like to leave it in his hands.
I see. It can't be helped. My wife insulted his mother right in front of him. How can he possibly want to work with the husband of a woman like that? I think I would think that way too. I understand. I won't be selfish anymore.
I'm sorry. Thank you for understanding.
I'm really sorry about this.
What do you mean you're divorcing me? I will never accept it.
Just divorce me. And don't see me ever again. Listen, the case with Estella was the most important job of all. If that one gets mocked up, it's the end of my company. It's very important. You're trampling all my hard work underfoot.
What's that? You think your job is more important than me? That's quite a thing to say.
Work itself is not important. The employees and customers of my company are more important than anything else. You don't understand anything. I'm truly disgusted. I have no intention of living with someone like you.
What?
As the company's president, I have the responsibility to lead my employees. They've been with me for a long time. They're my best and brightest. If this project fails, they'll be out on the street. They have families to feed too. I have to pull out all the stops to make this a success.
So you're divorcing me? Divorcing me won't help you solve the problem.
You're wrong. The other party is having a hard time accepting the fact that I'm your husband. If I cut you off once and for all, maybe they'll reconsider.
That's the only reason you're dumping me? You'll definitely regret it later.
You've been acting as if you were the ruler of the world these past few years. I'm sick and tired of your arrogance. By the way, I heard that you threw away all the food Estella made today. Explain to me.
It's because she was a bad cook. I couldn't eat them because they tasted too bad.
Bad at cooking? She's a former professional chef. That can't be true.
Seriously?
She's not working as a chef anymore now because she's working on the management side. She's even published a book. To throw away the dishes made by someone like that is just unbelievable. Who on earth do you think you are?
I didn't know that. If only you've told me earlier.
Enough is enough. Who would want to live with such a childish woman like you? You must leave this house today. Do I make myself clear?
Wait, Scott! Please, listen to me, Estella. You have to execute the project with Scott as planned. What are you talking about out of the blue? You have a joint project with my husband, right? Please, go ahead with that as planned. I beg you. Otherwise, things will get messed up too. I'm considering that right now. That's what got me divorced. I'll apologize to you, but you need to make sure that you'll carry out the project. You're responsible for this, aren't you? That's absurd. But I didn't expect your husband would divorce you. Scott was so serious about that project. He's very dedicated to his work. What are you talking about? That's not what I meant. I was being divorced for a mere job like that. Don't you feel sorry for me? I don't think so. I think you deserve it. Besides, Scott is a good company's president who really cares about his fellow workers. To be honest, though, he can be clumsy when it comes to work. He really is adored by his employees. It's a talent that I envy. I know that because I'm his wife. But you didn't even know about the project he was working on for the company's fortune, did you? It's just that I kind of forgot about it. Just call Scott and get him to cancel his divorce from me, please. Hurry up. Isn't this supposed to be an apology call? I have no idea why you're being so bossy. Please stop talking as if you were my supervisor. It's because you're the one who doesn't understand. I already know what kind of person you are. Anyway, I would like to contact Scott and inform him of our intention to continue the project. What? Really? Yes, I'm sure. But on the condition that he will divorce you. Huh? With this, the anxious molecules will disappear and he will be able to concentrate on his work. I'm sure Tom will agree. I think it's the best solution. Hold it right there. Why are you being so mean? If Scott divorces me, I'll really be all alone, you know. My daughter, Kelly, said that she'll leave me too. It's all your fault. What am I supposed to do from now on? I can't allow you to insult me so openly in front of my son. I worked so hard to raise Tom. As a single mother, I did it with pride while balancing work and family time. I will never forgive you for what you've said and done to me. You're getting on my nerves. I'm telling you, I have a lot of friends who are investors. I told you I financed that steak joint we went to for lunch, didn't I? I'm going to live a happy life from now on. How's that? Are you frustrated? Oh, I forgot to tell you. You have been banned from coming to that restaurant, so please keep that in mind. What are you talking about? What's reason for me to get banned? Because you didn't observe the no smoking policy on the premises and caused trouble for other customers. This is not the first time you have done this, so we decided to deal with you severely. Whatever your position is, you should behave yourself. There's no way I'll be banned from that restaurant because I'm the investor. I helped the owner to build that restaurant. I think you misunderstood something. I'm the owner of that steak restaurant. Huh? There's a rumor going around lately saying that you're an investor of the restaurant. I was surprised to know it was you who started to spread the rumor. How could you do that? It's not true. I don't remember receiving any financial support from you. That's right. There are other high-class restaurants owned by your acquaintances, aren't there? I'd like to know about them if you don't mind. Well, it's not my duty to tell you about that. By the way, you didn't say that out of vanity, did you? Just be honest with me. The restaurant that recently opened at the north exit of the train station. Oh, that one? That restaurant has a good reputation for prawn dishes. That's another restaurant I invested in. What else? No way! You're right! I did make the rumors sound pretentious. Everyone has to look good in front of others, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Yes, you're right. I too am vain, both as a chef and as a businessman. Sometimes it's necessary, right? But I don't look down on people and make fun of them. I think that is the worst thing a person can do. Hey, wait! I just got word from Kelly that she's disowning me too. I don't want to lose my only daughter. I'm really going to be all alone. Please, you have to do something. I know. You don't have a job, lost a place to live, and it's going to be hard from now on. If you get hungry, please call me. I'll treat you to some fries. Those fries are very tasty. After that, Delaney was kicked out of the house by her husband. She was quite displeased with him. Her daughter, Kelly, also cut her off. They blocked her contact information after telling her not to contact them ever again. Then, Delaney spent some time in town looking for help from her friends. But she couldn't find anyone who could help her, as she was known for her arrogant personality. She has now returned to her hometown and is working as a live-in worker. She deserves that. I don't know if it's her last pride or her willpower, but I thought she did a good job that she decided not to contact me at all. Tom and Kelly had a successful wedding and are now living in an apartment together. The project between my company and Scott's company is still in progress. When I see Scott is working hard with a somewhat refreshed expression on his face, I have a feeling that the project is sure to be a success.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!